Hey guys, it's Raleigh here and welcome to episode 7 of Let's FIFA 17, and this episode is all about the squad building challenges and the rewards you get from them. So we'll be opening a lot of packs in this episode. So there is no gameplay, however, and I know 2 episodes ago we didn't have any gameplay either, so it's sort of 2 episodes in short succession where there isn't really any gameplay. But don't worry, if you like gameplay and that kind of stuff in Ultimate Team, we will have plenty of it coming going forwards. I just thought now that I had a lot of coins, it might make sense to try and complete some of these squad building challenges and see if we can get any luck in a lot of the packs we get. So the first squad building challenge I decided to do was the Marquee Matchups challenge. It only had 3 hours left when I started it, so I thought it would make sense to try and complete that first. And for completing it, you do get a draft token, and I'm intending to use that in the next episode to play the draft. So basically, in this challenge, you had 3 different squads you had to build. The first one consisted of you having to have 2 Schalke players and 2 Borussia Mönchengladbach players, and I picked those up and put them into the squad on the right hand side, and then I added in a bunch of French players alongside. And the reason why I picked up a lot of French players was that the second challenge consisted of you having to build a squad with a minimum of 5 French players, I believe, and then you had to have 5 players from Saint-Etienne and Lyon combined, basically. So it made sense to pick up French players because they would go into the next squad building challenge as well. And eventually I would complete that. I paid a little bit extra for the Lyon and Saint-Etienne players because, of course, people doing this challenge will see their prices go up a bit. And the final challenge I did was the Colo Colo and Universidad de Chile challenge. And oh my, did I overspend on the Universidad de Chile players. I paid 8,000 for the silver and around 6,000 for the gold player. They were so overpriced, and I tried to snipe these players, but they literally disappeared off the market before 1 second of them being listed up. It's literally like they were listed up, you could see them being up for 1 hour, and it never changed to like 59 minutes and 59 seconds before the item sold on. I couldn't snipe them at all. So in the end, I actually paid a lot of coins for this challenge. I paid around 14,000 coins to complete the 2 first squads. But the final squad here, I paid around 31,000 coins to complete. So considering that you do only get a draft token for this squad building challenge, I definitely overspent. But I thought I'd already started the challenge, and I said to myself, let's just complete it. It might be expensive, but let's just get that draft token. So yeah, here is the final squad I made for the Marquee Matchups, and it was just, yeah, way too expensive. But of course, you got 3,500 coins for completing that. Then we got our draft token for completing the full set of challenges, and apart from that, having completed the Borussia Mönchengladbach and Schalke challenge, as well as the Lyon and Saint-Etienne challenge, we also got some packs to open up. So we got some Ligue 1 packs, and of course, with the Ligue 1, or I guess the Saint-Etienne and Lyon challenge still being out there, I could sell on some of these players for a little bit more than usual. And then we got Super Stitch. I decided to keep him in my club for the moment, and then I open up the next and final Ligue 1 pack, and we got Nkulu, another quite decent Ligue 1 player, I'd say. And then finally I had a pack with just a bunch of items in it. We got Carrick, he sells for a little bit extra due to the Sterling squad building challenge, and apart from that we got some squad fitness items. So I sold on all these items, and I got 77,000 coins after that. And we start out the episode with 95,000 coins. So basically, we spent 18,000 coins to get as a draft token. So a little bit more than it would cost to actually just enter the draft. So I overpaid a little bit, but I decided to make up for that by just doing a lot of trading with Bellarabi, seeing me getting around 97,000 coins, and then I went out and did the El Rondo challenge, picked up a couple of players for that, completed that, and I got the reward from that. So yet another squad building challenge complete. It's going a little bit fast, but that's because I am doing a whole bunch of these challenges, and I just want to sort of show you the squads I built and then show you the rewards I got. So for doing the El Rondo one, I got a players pack, I got Falcao, and then a lot of non-rare players, and these are quite decent to have if I want to do some of the more advanced squad building challenges. But before I jumped into those, I did all the basics ones. So here I had, like, I think it was called the Basics League and Nations challenge. So they were really simple. You just had to put in some bronze players first off, 5 players from the same nation, and from that you get like a bronze pack. The next one you had to put in 2 different leagues and nations. Again, very, very simple. I picked all of these bronze players up for 150 coins, and the rewards, of course, for these were not exactly the best. You'd get a lot of bronze packs, but these bronze packs can of course be used, or the players you get from those packs can of course be used in the bronze upgrade squad building challenge to get silver players, and then the silver players can be used in the silver squad building challenge to get gold players, and that way you can actually use the bronze players to get better players in some way. So after having completed the basic ones here, I got a whole bunch of bronze players, and I also got a couple of silver players in here, and finally a lone players pack, which I'm probably not going to be using too much. And after having completed those, I went on to some of the more, well, I wouldn't say they're too advanced, but a bit more advanced with better rewards. So what I did next was basically the nations squad building challenge. There's 4 different challenges. The first one, you need 5 different nations, and this is the one I just completed, and you got a silver players pack. And with all the silver players, I decided to throw them into the silver upgrade squad building challenge to get a gold players pack, just getting 3 common gold players that I might be able to use in some of the squad building challenges, I thought. So we get 3 gold players there, and they will be used a little bit later in this episode. Next up, I went into the 7 nations squad building challenge, and I made basically a Turkish league squad. I had to use Skirtle in this one to get full chemistry, unfortunately. And then I went on to the 9 nations one. Here I went with the Russian league, pretty cheap to pick up these players. And finally, I would do the starting 11 one, which basically consists of 11 different nations. I went with the Bundesliga here. All players very cheap, apart from the right wing and left wing. I had to pay 3k for each of them, so I might have overpaid a little bit for those. However, completing the hybrid nations gave me a lot of nice packs with players in. So in the first pack from that, I got Carvalho, Ter Stegen, and Bartra. 3 quite decent players to pack, and then I got Matip in the next one. He goes for like 7,000-8,000 coins. Then I got Vidal as well from Barcelona, and then I got Buffal, another 5-star skiller for the club. And I was definitely not too disappointed at this stage with my packs. And I thought to myself, okay, I used a lot of coins. I was down around 67,000. But there's a lot of players here who actually went for quite a bit. Next up, I got Castro going for around 5,000 coins. So definitely not too bad at all. And I didn't list all of these players up right away because I thought maybe I can use them in some of the squad building challenges where you need loyalty players. So I decided to keep them for now. And then I jumped into the league challenges, basically where you need a bunch of different leagues. So first, I completed this in reverse order. Basically, I first completed the one where I needed 10 different leagues. I did a Brazilian squad. Then I did the one with 8 different leagues. I did an Australian squad. Then I did the 6s with Brazilians. And finally, I did the one where I needed 4 leagues with Brazilians. Mainly, I just used Brazilians for this entire set of squad building challenges because they were quite cheap and easy to pick up. They are in many leagues and were just ideal. So for completing that set of squad building challenges, again, I got a lot of packs. And we start off by packing Parolo. He goes for a nice bit of coins. Then I got Evra. I got Inaki Williams going for around 8,000 coins. And a couple of Brazilians. Definitely not too bad. And next up, in my next Prime Gold Players pack, I got Giroud. I got Elisu and a couple of rare players. And another Parolo, which I could put up on the market. And then I got Hervedes, another quite high-rated player. And I thought to myself, okay, I actually got some decent players here to try and complete the League and Nations hybrid challenge, the most advanced one where you need like 9 different nations and 7 different leagues. I got a lot of high-rated players here. So what I basically did was that I went into that challenge. I'm not showing it right here, but I went into that challenge, put in the players I was going to use in that, and then all the players I were not going to use, I listed them all up, and there was over 100 players. I actually didn't list up all the players because my transfer list ended up being full at this stage, but I still have a couple of non-rares left to sell. But by listing up all these different players I got from the squad building challenges I did in this episode, I managed to get up to 112,000 coins. Basically, I was down around 50,000 coins before I listed up all these guys, so I made a lot of coins in selling these on. But then again, when I started out this episode, I had around 95,000 coins. And of course, I did some trading with Bellarabi as well. So when you look at it, compared to the coins I threw into doing the squad building challenges and compared to the rewards I got, I think it pretty much evened out. And then again, I did also get a draft token on top of this, so I might have made a little bit of profit from doing the squad building challenge. And of course, we still have some players to sell on here. So yeah, we just completed a lot of challenges here. We got a draft token, which we'll be using right from the start of the next episode, jumping into the draft, and we have a lot of players here which we can use to sell on, and we also got some players to complete some of the more advanced squad building challenges in the future. So that is going to be where I end it all for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and tomorrow we will most likely be back with the next episode where we will be taking on the draft and see if we can get any good rewards. And that's pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.